Hello, and today I'm going to talk about blogging. And for anybody that is thinking about blogging or is blogging and would like to have some advice about blogging and what to do about it. And there are actually quite a lot of points here. I've got 9 or 10 tips for you that you can use, and maybe some of these that you're doing and some of these you're not doing. First of all, some history. So I've had a channel on YouTube for about 10 years, but it's only been the last year, quite literally the last year, that I really sort of focused on developing my channel and finding my feet. The first priority is obviously to have a idea for a vlog. So my idea, it's a travel related vlog. You need to have a USP, is what I was told. It's a unique selling point that you need to develop and find. If you haven't got a USP, then you need to find it and develop it, because that's what people will come and watch and want to see, is your unique selling point. In my case, I think it is because I vlogging about disability, and I blog from a mobility scooter. The style of delivery is also important as well, because if your style of delivery is very, very boring, then people will turn off anyway. So it doesn't matter how good your content is or whether you have a USP. You know, if you're boring in delivery, then people are not going to watch anyway. You know, people that really drone on in a monotonous voice, and they really have a annoying delivery, and they are so boring. Your delivery can be changed. You can change the way that you talk. You can change the way that you are coming across. Remember that the vlogging is all about showmanship, and basically, because I teach every day, I'm used to delivering to people. You have to develop this whole persona. You're a showman. You're here to entertain people in some respects by what you're saying. So this is also an important point, which is audio. You need to have good audio, but also that includes the way that you speak as well, because I won't name names, but there is a couple of people that have a really sort of monotonous, boring voice, and it doesn't match their face. Their faces are very jolly, but they come across as very, very droll and very boring. And for me, it's a turn off. I know we shouldn't really be judgmental about it, but we are. Content wise, if you have good content, and possibly this is most difficult because what is good to one person will probably be bad to another. If you stick to your idea, to remember your whole thing about USP, if you stick to that, the content will be good. Some people ask me, do I script my videos? And the answer is no. I don't even script my classes. I don't really. I should do a lesson plan, but it's all off the cuff. I know in my mind what I need to do and what I need to deliver. At the end of the day, my content is off the cuff. The next vlog that I do will probably have a framework in my mind about what I want to achieve and what I want to do, and this could be seen as scripting, but it's not written down. You know, you need to have an idea of where you're going, because if they drag on, sometimes there are videos there and they're like 25-30 minutes long, and I think, my goodness me, you could have said all that in 10 minutes. My videos, when I look back in the very beginning, a year ago, they were just like that. Now this brings me on to editing and critique. So editing is very important. You will spend probably 300% of your time. So let's say if you make a video and you film and you spend an hour filming, you will probably spend 3 hours editing that video, or maybe more than that if it's a longer video that you want to achieve. Now, you really do need to learn self-critique. You need to be hard on yourself, and in the beginning I wasn't. I've developed that over the year, so I now really am very, very critical of my own work. And at the end of the video, once I've edited it, and if I'm not happy with it when I watch it, then it doesn't go out. And most of my videos I try to work on the idea of between 20 and 30 minutes. Sometimes it goes over that, but on the rare occasion, if I need to, I can make 2-part videos. You have to bear in mind, any video you make, the rendering process can be the longest part of it. If you spend an hour recording the video and 3 hours editing the video, you can guarantee that the rendering process will take 2 to 3 hours. One of my latest ones, where I was using the green screen, actually took 4 hours to render, because there was a lot of process power involved in that. Consistency, you need to have another idea there. So consistency in your filmmaking, that's not only the way that you make your video, you need to develop your style and do it all the time. It's okay to experiment, you know, I do that all the time. I experiment with new ideas and new ways of doing things. And if I like it, it carries on. If not, I get rid of it. But you will need to have a regular upload process. So at the moment I'm doing two a week. In April I'm going to be doing 3 a week. These are all travel related, with extras coming in as and when. And I've written down something that I can't read. What have I written there? What's that say? Oh, regularity, that says. I can't read. I must have been a doctor. So the important point there is consistency and regularity. So it's no good making a plan to do Monday, Wednesday and Friday and then do it for a week, and then the following week you only do Wednesday. So moving on, we have a very contentious subject here: swearing. Now, I have chosen in all of my videos not to swear. If I do swear, or there is bad language, then I chosen to keep it out. I was always told as a child that if you need to swear, then really you haven't got a very good command of English. You know, if you need to use bad language to express yourself, then really, you know, there's no point in talking, because you don't have the vocal capacity to express yourself. In fact, what you'll find is people will use swearing as making a point, and some people will just use it every other word. Bear in mind that you are limiting your audience as well, because some people may not like it and you will be alienating them. The important point that I'm going to make now is, when you're developing your style, try not to copy other people. I've watched videos on YouTube where they're trying to copy people like Casey Neistat, for example. You know, he is a very well-known and very popular vlogger. He's developed his own style, and it's a very recognisable style. And other people are trying to jump on the bandwagon with that. There is an important point that has been raised in the past for some of my videos, that is filming in public. So you're making a video in public, in the street, and many times I've had people contact me and say, you featured me in your video, you know, I don't like it, take it down, or I'm going to take you to court and things like this. Yes, it's true, I did have that, and he followed that up with, I've got loads of money, I can sue you in the court, I will win. I thought, yeah, you won't win, because the actual law, there is no law that says you cannot film in public. It's polite not to film people, especially children, in this day and age, you know, but there's actually legally, there's nothing wrong with that. If they are in the street and you are filming and they come into your shot, there's nothing they can do about it, really. So I think really being sensible about who you film and where you film. The problem comes when you're on private property, and this was brought to me when I was filming in malls, shopping malls. Some of them have this rule where you have to gain permission, and one of the reasons I was told is for bomb threats and security. Every mall is different, and some will require you to gain permission, and some will not worry about it. The biggest thing about making a blog is the equipment that you use. I'm currently using my Canon EOS, and obviously I have the audio from the Zoom and the wireless microphone, and I also have the Rode mic on the camera. I have my gimbal, and I have the action camera Hero 4, which I use for going around doing the mobile stuff. And in the studio here, I've just recently got this new toy behind me, and we can just have a look at it. There we go. So it's a green screen. It's got the lights and things, and we can just have a look at that as well if you want to. We can do a quick walk around. So this here's we can use the action camera as well. So there is the Canon. You can see the Canon there, and the light system. We've got lights, 2 on this side, 2 on this side, and then we have the green screen. I'm just going to go out of the room a little bit so you can see. So you don't have to have this system, but I've sort of come to the conclusion that if you're doing vlogs, it's probably looking quite good. You know, it's probably looking quite good if you have all this kit, and it makes you do more professional vlogs. So there we go. So lastly, I'm going to talk about subscribers and comments and things. People come onto your channel, they view your video, and then they type comments. Keep on top of this. I know that I've only really got a small number of subscribers, so for me it's quite easy to keep on top of comments and things. But I realised that Kevin Thailand, for example, when I was with him, he was forever on his phone, trying to keep up with the constant comments that are coming in, and it's really difficult. People don't understand that when you've got thousands of subscribers and each one is sending you a message, it takes forever to manage the comments, and it's even more so difficult when you get the haters come on and they are writing basically very, very personal, nasty comments about you, and I haven't worked out why they do this, but they obviously have something missing in their lives that they feel that we have. Unfortunately, as far as vlogging is concerned, you will have to get used to that very, very quickly. I know that several vloggers who try to avoid any confrontation whatsoever, they just try to avoid it. Unfortunately, that's sort of very ostrich-like, in putting your head in the sand and trying to avoid it that way. I think that's wrong. I think you should not engage in it, but you shouldn't try to hide from it, because they will just attack you even more. Once they get their teeth into something, it's like a rabid dog. There's not a lot you can do about it, but you can try and manage it. So I'm losing my voice and it's time for me to go. I'm sure you've had enough of this video. So thank you for watching. I hope that my points have been helpful, and you can actually get some benefit from it. So thanks for watching, and goodbye for now.